Why do you look at me like that? You're a clown. When you have a drink of Coca-Cola, look at all this energy you're taking in. There's a lot of energy being expelled there. I could warm the house for winter with that. Well, hey, welcome to day 7 of my little challenge to eat a low-calorie kilojoule diet from McDonald's for a month. And I'll tell you what, I am feeling really good, amazingly good. Bounced out of bed, no coffee. Wow, you know, I'm basically formatted. I'm formatting myself into somebody different. It's quite amazing. But I think this morning I'll go into the McCafe, get the raisin toast. Haven't had that for a few days, sort of missing that. I've got my calcium that I had left over from the other day, and I think that'd make a pretty neat little breakfast. The challenge here is I've got to change lanes. Everyone's just racing to work. They're like speed racer. Ah! It's crazy. All these people going to work. It's like they're on a death wish. I'm a little bit early this morning. I'm trying to get here before that sun takes me out. Ah, the police are here. That's good to see, isn't it? Law and order having McDonald's for breakfast. Whoa! There's a police car. I'm not lying to you. Ah, there's a... What do you call a table full of police sitting in a restaurant? Maybe there's a name for that. And before I hop inside to get my raisin toast, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a bit of clown action here. Every day I put an X on this clown. My daughter calls it the X's of pain, but there's actually nothing too painful about what I'm doing, which is quite a surprise. Yeah! Why do you look at me like that? You're a clown. Got me raisin toast. I got me raisin toast. What was interesting in there, they had for a short time only item on the menu was Angus and egg brekkie meal, and it was a 3,000 kilojoule heart starter for the morning. And if you're doing a big day of labouring, that'd be a perfect little meal to put into your system. Anyway, I'm not doing labouring today, so all I'm having is my 1,000 kilojoule raisin toast, and I'm really looking forward to it. Well, there's my raisin toast. I put my butter on there. It's quite a large slice. Well, they're just delicious. Well, I've almost finished my raisin toast. It was absolutely beautiful, and what was interesting is because I had butter on there, I've got this incredible feeling of butter on my lips and in my mouth because I've been eating such a low fat diet from McDonald's for the last few days. And it's interesting. You know, I'm not going to denounce butter. Butter is a fantastic thing. I mean, if I had this raisin toast without butter, it'd be very bland. Once you put butter on something, it just tends to rocketeer it up to the next level. And I think that's sort of with all foods. You just throw a bit of butter on there and whammo, you can't go wrong. But I bet you that feeling of butter and fat is on my lips for the rest of the day. I bet you that's there till dinner tonight. Ooh, I love butter. Don't miss out on it. And don't forget, I've got my calcium here, and that's from the other day. I'm having that as well with breakfast, because we all need calcium in our diets. Well, I'm on my way home now. I've got the sun cutting across me all the time. And what was interesting last night, I was actually trying to research an old clip from a TV show from the 80s called The Richard Simmons Show. And there was one scene that Richard Simmons did in his show back then that I remember to this day. Mind you, back then, did it stop me from eating a lot of bad food, you know, copious amounts of it? Well, no. But this scene, what it was he got a blender and he got a whole bunch of fast food and Coke and stuff, and he put it all into the blender, and he turned the blender on. It was quite a scene. It's funny, I've got mental pictures of that still today, and I was actually searching for it last night to see maybe someone's uploaded on YouTube. I couldn't find it, but what I did find was Richard Simmons has got a YouTube channel, and he's still about today doing exactly the same thing, and in a very interesting way. He's one of the original people that was on this whole mantra of you know, be active, think about what you put in your mouth. I mean, There's a lot of copycats and toned down versions of Richard Simmons, but I was thinking to sort of rip off that scene, but I thought, nah, maybe that's just cloning someone and it's someone else's idea. And you know, there's so much of that on YouTube these days. People just see something and they just rip it off someone else. Maybe I can think of something a little bit more original, but it's something, seeing him pour that shake out of that blender of all that fast food, man, that was just, oh man, it was just completely over the top. And you looked at that and you think, oh, no way. And what he was saying, he says that stuff there is what's in your stomach after you've had a meal of all that rubbish food. But well, there's a small tale about something from the past, and that someone from the past is still about today, doing the same old thing. Mind you, he seems to be a little bit more camp these days. He was sort of camp back then, but I think he's ramped the camp up. And I thought to myself, you know, I could pass as a Richard Simmons. I've got his sort of hair. I haven't got enough of it. I need more hair on top. But if I put some hair here and camped it up, I could be like a little clone of him. But then again, who wants to be a clone of anyone else? I already went through that before. Well, guess what time it is? It's not adventure time, it's lunchtime. And I'm thinking I'm going to pull off my custom salad. I'm going to get a garden salad. I'm going to ask for a beef patty to be put on the garden salad. I think I can pull this off. The people at this McDonald's that I go to at Mount Cola, they know me, so they know I'm up to something as well. So and this will really trigger more suspicion. I'm going to order that and probably just have one salad for dinner. I'm going to try one salad for dinner. There's no harm in having two. I don't know, just see how I feel. We're almost there. Yeah, the person on the drive-thru is a different voice. I just heard it. It's not the regular person that I see. This will be interesting. Here we go. It's now or never.
Please move forward to the next order. Hey, we're going to get beer.
Hello, can I order something a little bit special?
You may.
A garden salad with a beef patty on it, if that makes sense.
Garden salad.
With a beef patty, just, I don't know what...
One moment,
Okay.
check through with a beef patty.
Yes, please.
Alright, no problems at all.
And also, one other garden salad, just by itself.
Yeah.
And a bottle of water, please.
Another garden salad by itself for the water. Anything else today?
That's all, thanks.
That's $8.05 dry wrap.
Thank you, $8.05. And I wasn't sold anything else, which is interesting. So, the new custom salad, what will we call this one?
Is there anything else for the day? It's $9.95 dry wrap. Sorry, some people come in and they have no clue what they want.
Thank you. Well, it's like, I'm like that sometimes. Yeah.
That's all good. At least you were straight to the point. You said no.
You know what's nice? The chicken McBites in a salad. That's really nice.
True, that could be nice.
I call it a McLeo. I'm going to get down to Thornley. I'll tell the management about it. I'll get down to Thornley. I'll tell you guys.
Like your receipt?
Thanks. Thank you.
Hi, we're going to go beer.
He thinks I'm mad. This diet is sending me mad. Wow, they knew what to do. They cut up the beef patty in the salad. This will be fantastic. Just smiling at people I know. It's sort of sad, isn't it? What is that horn? It's like... Hi. Thank you. Thank you. You too. She looked at me very suspiciously. Okay, here is my custom salad. I've got a beef patty which has been cut up into a garden salad, and this isn't a menu item. They sort of knew what I wanted. Didn't have to explain it too much, which was very nice. This could be an absolute classic. Let's have a taste. Oh, my mouth is watering to get this beautiful looking salad into it. It's nice. That's really nice. Maybe the chicken McBites works better, but the beef is... I'm loving it. It's quite nice. Well, I wonder how many kilojoules or calories are in a beef patty. It looks like they've used the beef patty from what would be in a cheeseburger. It's not as spectacular as putting the chicken McBites in there, but it does lift the salad from being just vegetables. I'm sort of thinking maybe if it had the larger beef patty, they would go into one of the bigger burgers. It might have worked better. But maybe you could have, you know, a beef patty plus a chicken McBites. Imagine that meal. A salad with a cut up beef patty on one side and a chicken McBites on the other. That'd be fantastic. Maybe I could pull that one off. That'd really throw them in the kitchen, or maybe it wouldn't. They're pretty clear at getting this together. I'm loving it. Well, I just finished that little custom salad. It was quite nice. Not on the menu, of course. It's something that was pulled together through the drive-through. Well done to the crew in there. It was made very quickly, and they sort of knew exactly what to do, which is nice. Oh, not really much for lunch, is it? But strangely enough, I feel full. And now for a special hidden feature. Let's boil off some Coca-Cola and see what nasties lurk inside. I'm quite curious about all these drinks here, but today we're going to focus on a can of Coca-Cola. This is a 330ml can. Normally they are 375ml where I live. What Coke have been doing just recently is they're introducing smaller sizes, because they're saying, well, the smaller size is better for you. That is 200ml. So I dare say the blame can be, well, you've had too much Coke. It wasn't because of the company, it was because you made the wrong choice. What we're going to do is going to pour this into something to heat it up, and we're going to see what little nasties come out of the bowl. I did this demonstration for my daughter to show her the sugars inside a Coca-Cola, and hopefully making a nice sound there. We'll see the same effect once I boil off this 330ml of Coca-Cola. You know, it's funny, quite a few people contacted me and they said, Leo, they downsized the Coca-Cola can. Well, the big can remained on the market, but there's actually three sizes. I haven't got a 375ml here. I've got what I call a middle-sized can, and there's this now mini-me can, which is only 200ml. And I dare say they're sort of saying to you, well, if you drink that, you're not taking as much of a sugar hit as you would if you were taking the large Coca-Cola. And they've turned a downsize into their advantage. And here we are cooking away at the Coca-Cola. It does take some time to reduce this, and it gets quite exciting when we get up near the end. The excitement's killing me. You know, I never drank that much Coca-Cola, but I did drink a fair bit of Coke Zero. Now, did that Coke Zero help me lose weight? Nope. I'm pretty sure all this Coke Zero did was kept my appetite for sweet, sweet stuff. Oh yeah, we're starting to look quite interesting down in that cauldron. And it's starting to get a little bit smoky. Look at that, look at that. That Coca-Cola, well, it's not looking as refreshing right now. And we have flames, we have flames. Look at the energy in that. Look at it go. Whoa! If only you could smell this. Ooh, it's a stinker. Oh, look at that. That is a pretty good fire going there. It looks like something from a witch's cauldron. When you have a drink of Coca-Cola, look at all this energy you're taking in. There's a lot of energy being expelled there. I could warm the house for winter with that. I could almost give that thing a name. That was one quite serious fire from one 330ml can of Coke. Yeah, she's almost burned out now. Making some beautiful sounds. So there's a bit of a weird representation of the sugar that was in that Coke. I burned it down, I reduced it and burned it down, and it's basically just turned to the carbon. Let's put that can up into this cauldron here, next to the charcoal that was derived from that can. And maybe tomorrow we'll take a look at another drink. I'll pour out 330 mils of Red Bull and see what it does. And who out there knows what happens if I boil off a can of Coke Zero? Would I get the same charcoal monster that I got with that normal can of Coca-Cola? Now that there is a work of art. Well, that was day 7. Bit of an exciting day. Played with a bit of fire. Made up a weird salad with a beef patty in it. And that beef patty, I thought, well, how many kilojoules calories could you put to that? Because it's not on their menu. Looked up on the internet, and I'm thinking it's around 500 kilojoules or 120 calories. It could be over, or it could be a little bit under, but I think it's around that figure. The other interesting thing about the beef patty is, yes, they did charge. You're probably saying, well, how much did they charge for that beef patty? Well, they did charge me. I've got a receipt here. And what it says on the receipt is, it says 10 to 1, meat, patty, regular, 90 cents. And I'll hold the receipt up to the camera, let the iris do its thing. I think that's going to be, we can see it there. So yeah, the McDonald's are, I've always found McDonald's are pretty good at making little custom things like that, and it was no trouble to them to do that. And they did it really well, and it was, you know, a bit of a blinder for them. Number 1, someone's ordered a salad. Number 2, someone wants a beef patty on a salad, and you know they must think there's a crazy going through the drive-through. Well, they're probably right. The total for today was pretty good. It was 2,403 kilojoules, and that's 574 calories. That's a bit more than yesterday. I only had one garden salad for dinner, and of course what's sort of bumped it up is that calcium that I had for breakfast, and of course the raisin toast is quite a heavy hitter. It's not really a heavy hitter, but you know, it's yummy, but I like it. That butter, I've still got that taste of butter on my lips. Isn't it amazing that you have something like that and you've been away for it just a couple of days, all of a sudden it's like a, you know, a bust in your face. Tomorrow I'll be in a different car. My car's getting registered, so I might be able to sneak around a bit more because they won't know which car this or who's in the car. And it'll be day 8, of course, tomorrow. That was day 7. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.